Southwestern Adventist University, we would like to welcome you to tonight's women's basketball game. To start off the night, please welcome our visiting team, Ozark Christian College. And now make some noise for your Lady Knights. I invite you to bow your heads with me and stand for a quick word of prayer, followed by our national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, thank you for everything, Lord, thank you for letting us be here and everyone get here safely. Please let us have a good game and show great sportsmanship. Let us have an injury-free game, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang the land, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now introducing the starting lineup from Ozark Christian College. Number 1, Reagan Edsel. Number 5, Dinah Marshall. Number 11, Brooke Knight. Number 22, Emmy Collins. And number 24, Clarissa Rice. Now give it up for your Lady Knights starting 5. Junior from Dallas, Texas, number 3, Darian Laurie. Junior from Fresno, California, number 12, Layla Dixon. Junior from University, Arkansas, number 14, Addison Clemens. Junior from Amelia, Texas, number 35, Sarah Valderrama. And a senior from Little Rock, Arkansas, number 10, Eunice Noah.
Knights and Ambassadors, it's Southwestern Adventist at 1-4, hosting Ozark Christian at 1-1. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Final in a very long month. We wrap up November, a very busy month for the Knights, and this final home game, and final home game for a while for the Knights. We'll talk more about that. Ozark Christian and Southwestern Adventist both playing on Tuesday. Ambassadors were home. They won against Randall 69-60. Knights won a big one over Manhattan Christian on Tuesday, 62-30. Knights had 22 steals in that game, 9 by Pamela Colmenares, who had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. As we're underway here tonight, and the Knights will chase it down off the tap. Eunice Balboa in that game had 12 and 7. Maddie Clements, 10 points, 7 rebounds in the victory as well. So Knights trying to make it 2 straight to wrap up this long homestand. Game number 6 here in the month of November. These Knights have been at home. Clements trouble with the pass and Etzel the deflection, but it comes back to the Knights. Maddie Clements has it poked away. It's a steal by Marchot. Ambassadors, a very good team. We'll talk more about that as they're off on their first shot. Throw ahead is deflected. Ambassadors with another turnover forced already here in the first minute of the game. Good ball movement. Etzel fakes the 3. extra pass to march out, and it's blocked out of bounds. So Ambassadors, start of a back-to-back on the road. 3-game road trip starts today. They'll be at Houston Biblical Studies tomorrow, and then they'll have an exhibition at Southwest Baptist on Tuesday. The runner by Etzel is no good. Rebound controlled by Lowry, and we've got a quick timeout already. Travis Gagao not liking the way his team has started here, and 61 seconds in, he wants to talk about it. We'll keep it here. So the Knights finale, as I mentioned, of this long homestand to open the season. They're back at it on Monday, first road game of the year at Mountain View College. Just 2 home games between now and the start of February. It's December 14th against Kansas Christian. It's January 9th against Randall. So 6 of the next 8 will be on the road for the Knights. As I mentioned, Pamela Colmenares, those 9 steals, if you're wondering, yes, it's tied, actually, for the most in a game this year in the NCCAA. She's tied with Sarah Uriki from Maranatha Baptist, who's that Maranatha program is always at the top of various lists. Eunice Balboa can't get it to go, and it's deflected out of bounds off Ozark Christian. Ambassadors and Knights playing for the 3rd straight year here in Keene, Texas. Ambassadors have won the last 2. Last year they won at 81-54 in Keene. Ozark also won in Keene back in 2021, 86-30. Extra pass to Maddie Clements. Using the post, can't get the flip. Valderrama tried for the rebound, taken away by Rice. Ambassadors looking to push. Knights get back on defense, so Colin will get it back out. Rice off. The putback, though, is good by Brooke Nice. Just the 2nd game of the year for the Ambassadors. Already game number 6 for SWAU, but Ozark's had a more milder start to the year. They're going to be busy, though, over the next 2 weeks. Wrapping up the first semester, starting on the road, and then they'll be home starting the week after next. Clements looking to get it down to Valderrama. They double team her, so Maddie Clements says, well, I'm just going to take it right to the hoop and tie the ball game. Even at 2 apiece here in the opening couple of minutes, going quickly. Colin can't score. Clements, the rebound. See if the Knights can ride some of that momentum, that Manhattan Christian game, into this one against a very tough Ozark team that's been in the mix in a very good Southwest region. First Southwest region contest of the year for the Knights as Eunice Balboa follows her miss. Balboa off a deflection out to Daria Lowry. Yes, good to see that for Daria. Her shot was off in that victory against Manhattan Christian, but they're going to need her big time here tonight. Trapping press is on now for the Knights, and a poke away. That was Clements. Here is Dixon. Gets it back to Daria. Free throw bunny, no good. Put back by Clements was blocked, and then Clements punches the ball, and it ricochets off Dixon's face. Ouch. So it'll be Ambassadors with the basketball under Kyle Wicklund. I remember Kyle as a player for Ozark Christian, and he has really done a nice job. He built this team out into contenders very quickly. When he took over, this team was a 1-2-3 kind of win-a-year team for a couple of years, and the transition, traveling called there on Daria, but the transition undergone by Kyle Wicklund was almost immediate. Football pass by Colin. Nice job breaking the press by the Ambassadors. Almost a travel there by Rice. Entry pass by Colin was deflected. Knights playing really good defense. Defense has been on point. It's been turnovers like that have killed the Knights so far this year. That was missing, by the way, on Tuesday against Manhattan Christian. They came into Tuesday 31st out of 32 teams in the NCCAA with 5 steals a game. Well, with those 22 steals on Tuesday, they're up to 8.4 a game. 22 steals as a team is tied for the third most in a season, or this season, I should say, in the NCAA. So yeah, there's been some high turnover games. First foul of the game on the Knights, and it's on Dixon, so that brings Reagan Etzel to the line. We have stats for only one of the games for Ozark, one of the two. She's scored 12 points in the season opener and is a 50% free throw shooter. Again, this just game number 3 for the Ambassadors. They did play an exhibition game, so Etzel gets them both. She's got 2. Nice has 2. For the Knights, it's Lowry and Clements with buckets, and we are tied at 4 minutes and change into this one. Dixon, guarded by Nice out deep. Daria Lowry, boy, they're doing a nice job. This is Clarissa Rice. These entry passes, they're looking to get it to Sarah Valderrama down low, and credit the Ambassadors' defense. They have done a nice job shutting that idea down. Valderrama's got range, though. She catches it out on the wing. Bounce pass to the cutter, Lowry. Dixon in the corner to the cutter, Eunice Balboa. We saw that a lot from Eunice. It was Eunice and Sarah Valderrama hooking up on backdoor passes on Tuesday. Going to be another foul, I believe, on the Knights here. Or maybe, yeah, it was on Eunice. March out for Ozark Christian. Team from Joplin, Missouri. Colin cross court to Etzel. Over to Nice. Nice lost it. And the Knights, their defense is doing a nice job yet again. We saw them hold, how many points did Manhattan Christian have at halftime? They had just 16 points at halftime. And Ozark is on pace for that right now, with 4 points midway through the first quarter. Rice had to save it in the corner. Toss to Colin for 3. That's going to be off. Just using her size, Rice there. Nothing that anybody could do. Clarissa Rice with the rebound and putback. She averages 6 a game. So even at 6 apiece. Balboa with that left brace on. Lost the dribble. Got it over to Clements, though, with no trouble. Valderrama now. Shot clock at 8. She hoists. And the rebound by Etzel, who pushes it into the forecourt. Pass a little bit high. Recovered by Colin. And the 3 by Nice. In and out. Rebound by Balboa. Valderrama, nobody picked up the ball. Then coming over late was Colin. Cut by Dixon, and she's fouled. Layla Dixon looking for her first free throw of the season on the first foul of the game for Ozark Christian. Raquel Garcia, a Knights fan, is in the house on the YouTube chat. Don't forget you can use the YouTube chat and give us a shout. Love to hear from you. Man, it's been a grind for these ladies. You think about it, because there's 3 or 4 players on this basketball team who also went down to Florida in the middle of the month and competed for a national championship on the soccer fields in Kissimmee. So we've had this long home stretch, a lot of games here in October, and then also a national championship appearance for the soccer team as Etzel gets it in transition to put Ozark on top. Reagan Etzel with 4 of the 8 now. Just a wild month for these Lady Knights, and a good month for the athletic program overall. Pamela Colmenares in the game. Nobody picks up Maddie, and she takes it right to the hoop. Maddie's second goal. She's got 4 of the 8. No trouble with the press for Ozark. Scott is in. Kendall Scott had it stripped. Valderrama top of the key. Bounce pass over to Colmenares. Cut off on the free throw line, gets it back out to Clements. Balboa over on that left side. Eunice throws it up too strong, and the rebound by Collin. She did just a nice little sort of box out. Gave herself just enough space to clear the defender and come up with that rebound there. It was poked away by the Knights. We have more substitutions. Chloe Samaniego is in for Southwestern Adventist, and Emma Floyd for Ozark. Floyd catches down low, top of the key, it's Collin. Faking the three, out to Scott from downtown, missed it short. Floyd the offensive rebound. Sia defenders around her, which left Nice open. And that's a two-pointer for Brooke Nice. So Etzel with 4, Nice has 4. And Ozark Christian has a 2-point lead again. Samaniego on the wing, with 2:11 to go. Quintero in, Caitlin Quintero back up Colmenares. Valderrama saves it to Balboa with 8 to shoot. Colmenares now, Samaniego for 3, yes! Hit a big one on Tuesday. Samaniego, 31% from 3 on the season. She's just 25% from the field overall, so doing a better job from behind the arc. Much better job. Collin drives in. Nice on the elbow. Now Rice gets it over to Etzel. Collin with 6 to shoot. Collin with 3 to shoot. Etzel with 2. Got a hoist, she does, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. How about the defense for the Lady Knights? Minute 22 to go. First of a doubleheader, by the way. We'll have the guys' game later on. This is it for me, by the way. I'm going to be gone until early January, the early January home game. Samaniego out to Balboa. Valderrama puts it up. Marchoud back into the game, pushes it into the forecourt. You see Ozark wants to run. Knights have done a nice job getting back defensively. Scott from way downtown off the back iron. Fight for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off the Ambassadors. So it's rare when you see a team playing the same team on the road 3 straight times, as that's a terrible pass. Marchoud with the easy steal. The flip shot turnaround by Collin was no good. Quintero got the rebound and then able to deflect it off Ozark Christian. Quintero got to be careful with the inbound here. Valderrama comes to help. There's about a 5-6 second difference between the game and shot clock. Quintero putting the moves on and called for a double dribble, I believe, there. So Ozark trailing by 1 will have the last shot if they want it here in quarter number 1. Marchoud, Scott, top of the key, it's Collin. Scott with 5. Out to Floyd with 2, with 1. They got a hoist, and just at the buzzer, that would have counted, but comes up short from Collin. So good start again for the Knights. They have a 1-point lead against a very good Ambassadors team. Take time, come back, bring into the second quarter here in just a moment. That's me, Chris Sheeman. Glad to be with you. Our final game together here in the first half of the season. Back at the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. The snow is melted. It was nice. I went out earlier today and it was in the 50s and it felt good. Etzel top of the key. Colin for 3, got it to go. So if the Ambassadors can go, start getting their 3-point shooting going, will benefit them. They were cold in that first half. Got some open looks, but overall, pretty good defense at the start of this one by the Knights. Boy, Colin is just hounding Coleman Harris, and she throws it away. Marchand with the steal. Here is Colin on the right side. Etzel. Marchand, great ball movement, nice cut. And that was Rice to Floyd. So Emma Floyd with her first 2. Ozark Christian leads by 4. Biggest lead for either team has been 4. Pretty tight first quarter. Valderrama on the elbow. Hand off to Balboa for 3. In and out again. Rice with the rebound. Colin throws it ahead. Marchand left alone. Got another one. Uh-oh. Diana Marchand hits her first triple of the year. She had 14 points in the season opener. Ozarks pushed it out to a 7-point lead. Got to be careful now. Very important possession here for the Knights. Samaniego tries the answer, can't do it. Valderrama got tied up. I think the jump ball will keep it here. Balboa to inbound. Quintero top of the key. Samaniego to Colmenares. Another turnover for the Knights. Running and gunning Ozark. That's going to be an and 1 for Etzel, who has a game high 6 points. Looking for, oh, nope, they called a turnover. She must have traveled. I mean, she definitely got pushed in the back, but I think it was after the travel. So a fortunate break there for the Knights. Etzel remains at 4 points. Samaniego looking for Valderrama, I think, but Balboa chases it down. Shot clock down to 8. Oh, Valderrama. Defender went for the steal. Rice went for the steal, and Sarah Valderrama with her first 2. Colin quickly for 3, no good, and it hit the little wire thing at the top, so it'll be an inbound for your Knights. Daria Lowry back in. Valderrama goes to the bench. Set the 5 for you here. It's Niatame Funa into the game. Daria Lowry's back out there. So is Dixon with Colmenares and Samaniego. Dixon, hounded by Etzel. Pass deflected by Marchand. And it's going out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knights. Colin trying to trick the officials. Shot clock winding down. Knights are going to turn it over. Colin with the steal. Nice had to chase down the pass. Fortunate break there for Ozark. The 3 by Marchand, no good, and the Ambassadors will come up empty. So 6:55 to go here in this first half. Knights have trailed by as many as 7, right now down by 5. Daria Lowry, 2 points in the first quarter. A little flip by Dixon is no good. Points in the paint Big reason why the Knights were able to pull ahead and pull away from Manhattan Christian so early on Tuesday. That has not been the case here today. Everything in the paint has been well earned. Good ball movement, finding Collin open. Too strong on the three, put back too strong by Etzel. And here comes Colmenares. From behind, nice. Now somebody's got to be talking to Colmenares there. That's Dixon who's got to say behind you, or something. Etzel for three, too strong. Colmenares the rebound, and she threw it out of bounds. So right now, Southwestern Adventist is back to its old ways. A lot of sloppy play offensively. Colmenares goes out. Quintero comes in, and Nice will inbound it. See if the Ambassadors can make a run here. Knights have struggled offensively here in the second quarter, but still just a two-possession game. Etzel bounce pass to the corner. Collin, nice pass to Rice. Rice was, all eyes were on Collin. Rice was all alone because of it. She's got 4 points now. Ozark matches its biggest lead now here at 7. Quintero. Daria Lowry. Tammy Funa trying to go back door to the cutter. Dixon, and she found her. Those plays have been there Tuesday and even today for the Knights. When they've been successful in the paint against the Ambassadors, that's how they've been doing it. Not Scott comes right back. She hits her first field goal. So quick answer by Ozark Christian. There's Dixon. Or correction, Quintero. Tammy Funa will chase it down. Samaniego, 7 to shoot. Loses it, trickles out to Dixon. With 4, Daria Lowry cuts. And again, it's those cuts in the lane. Second bucket for Daria. Lead is 5 again. Ozark trying to answer quick. Off the make. Nice extra pass. Rice not that time. But the ball's tipped to Collin, and she puts it right up and in. So Emmy Collin's got 5 points, 4:10 to go. Ozark back up by 7. As the Knights call for time, we'll step aside as well. As you can see, the updated schedule there, not with you on the 14th, so I'll be back in January. Hope you have a great Christmas and New Year's and all of those good things. Chris Sheeman back here with you, home studio in Ohio. You and I watching the Southwestern Adventist Knights at 1-4, hosting Ozark Christian, the Ambassadors 1-1. Oh, you'll hate that if you're Travis Gagao off of a timeout. A turnover. So Ozark has matched its biggest lead at 7. They've done so 3 different times here in this game. Chance now to try to increase that advantage further. Etzel carried the ball. Good eye by the official. Knights will get it back as Marchad comes into the game. Etzel will go out. Emmy Collin with 5 points, 4 for Etzel, 4 for Rice, 4 for Nice. It's like a Dr. Seuss book. For Southwestern Adventist, Daria Lowry with 4. Maddie Clements also has 4 in the game. Valderrama, top of the key. Valderrama back in, backing down, attacking, throws it up. No, but she'll go to the line. Good aggressive play there by Sarah Valderrama. First foul in the quarter for either team. Valderrama 50% from the line this season, 8 points, 7.2 rebounds per game. Also a block a game for the junior. Missed them both. Lowry went for the rebound, hit the deck. It'll be off of Ozark, though, so it's going to stay with the Knights. Maddie Clements back in with, it looks like it's a starting lineup, so Valderrama skies it, can't score. So Clements, Dixon, Lowry, Balboa, and Valderrama. Knights take it right back. Valderrama looking for the backdoor cut. Ambassadors were ready for it, and then a foul there by Clements on the reach. Knights led a couple of times here in the first quarter. Ozark by 7 right now. Good ball movement. Etzel and 1. I said that once before and I was wrong, but I think I'm right this time. So Etzel now has 6 points, game high. Chance to make it 7 as Ozark Christian increases its biggest lead now at 9, looking to make it double digits. And they do. Reagan Etzel with 7. Clements. Clements had it poked away. Knights didn't really have anything going there, so Clements lets it go out of bounds. Now Daria Lowry will inbound it. Lowry gets it back, and then a blocking foul. So both teams with 2 team fouls. With 2:40 to go until halftime, it'll be an inbound shot clock at 20. Foul was on Colin. Little wet spot out on the court. Guys game scheduled for, let's see, what time is it? 8 p.m. tip. I always have to adjust the Eastern and Central time in my head. Balboa in the lane. Followed or miss, can't score. Got it a second time. Now out to Clements this time. Bounce past the Valderrama. Right back to Maddie. Clements. White Knights doing a nice job crashing the glass, but not that time. So the offense struggling a bit here for Southwestern Adventist, but not for a lack of effort. 10-point lead against the Trap. Colin and Nice playing hot potato. Now Nice attacks. And Clements got her arm, they say. No, they got the tie-up. So jump ball will keep it with Ozark Christian. Nice skies it to Colin. Couple dribbles, then she'll throw it over to Scott. Scott attacks, had it stripped, and they say it's off her, out of bounds. Balboa across the timeline into the forecourt. Straight up defense for the Ambassadors. Valderrama top of the key. Clement same spot. Lowry, defender was caught in no man's land, but Lowry can't score. Collin quickly into the forecourt. Lowry with the deflection, nicely done there. So the Ambassadors go to Houston from here tomorrow. Scott left alone, off the back iron on the 3, and then Lowry got fouled. 3 team fouls on Ozark Christian, 2 on the Knights. Valderrama. Matty Clements. Knights still struggling offensively. Inside a minute to go. Emma Floyd might have altered that shot as well. She's back in for Ozark Christian. Scott also back out there. Here's Etzel hanging and scoring in the lane. Reagan Etzel with a game-high 9 points. Ozark Christian pushing its biggest lead now out to 12. And away from the ball, we have a foul call. It's going on Daria Lowry. So last shot time for Ozark if they want to take it with 27.1 on the game clock. The shot clock will be off here as we wind down quarter number 2. Etzel gets it top of the key. And Etzel is going to get an and one again. She becomes the first player in double figures in the game with 11, and Ozark is pouring it on here in this second quarter. Ambassadors out to a 14-point advantage with Etzel trying to make it 15. And she does. So 2 out of 2 at the line. She's got a dozen, 8.8 to work with for the Knights. Lowry throws it ahead, pass deflected, recovered by Balboa for a moment, then Scott went to the ground. At the buzzer, this will count. We saw a buzzer beater on Tuesday, not this time for Collin, but the Ambassadors put the clamps down in quarter 2, and they take a 15-point lead into the locker room. Game number 1 of our doubleheader is halfway through, and Ozark Christian is 20 minutes away from victory number 2 on the year. We'll take the halftime break of, looks like 12 minutes is on the clock. I think it'll be 15, so come on back and somewhere in that range, and we'll be back with all the second half action in just a little bit. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready to start the third quarter. I made a little scoring error. Reagan Etzel actually has a game-high 15 points. Ozark Christian outscores Southwestern Adventist 22-6 in that second quarter. They shot 53%. They're shooting 39% for the game. Your Knights at 31%, but they were just 3 of 12 in that second quarter. Knights do have 5 assists on 8 makes, but they have 15 turnovers. As we're underway here in this second half. So Reagan Etzel far and away leading all scorers with 15 points on 5 of 9 shooting. 5 for Emmy Collin with 2 of 9 shooting. She also has 3 rebounds, as does Etzel. 4 points for Brooke Nice on 2 of 5. She has 3 rebounds. Clarissa Rice, 2 of 4. She has 4 points. And for the Knights, Daria Lowry scores to start the third quarter. She has 6 points. For the Knights, as I mentioned, Lowry now leads the team with 6 points. Daria now shooting 3 of 5 in the game, 6 points, 2 rebounds. 4 points for Maddie Clements on 2 of 5 shooting. And that 3 by Sarah Valderrama gives her 5 points. Valderrama, 5 points on 2 of 6 shooting. Answering right back there was Nice, so Nice now with 6 points as the scoring is picked up here out of the locker room. Both teams starting the quarter hot. Maddie Clements out deep. Valderrama is fouled by Rice. Give it the other scorers for the Knights. Eunice Balboa with 2, Layla Dixon with 2, Chloe Salmoniego with 3. And I think I mentioned Maddie Clements. If I didn't, just in case, she has 4. Valderrama again, short on it this time, and Lowry going to be called on the rebound as Nice had position there. Ozark Christian, their lady ambassadors, have come to Keene, Texas 3 consecutive years. They have won the last 2. Lowry's got to sit down with 3 personal fouls. So Coleman Harris is back in the game. Etzel, the hot hand, gets it to Rice. Hand off to Marchout, who was scoreless in the first half. And boy, Coleman Harris thought she had a steal. That was a late whistle. They were letting them play in the first quarter, and late in the second quarter, they started to get whistle happy. So Ozark maintains possession. Collin looks to inbound. Marchout takes it to the left side, no good. Collin follows, no, but she's fouled, and quickly the Knights have 3 team fouls. We have not played 2 minutes yet. That is not a good start. So, Emmy Collin at the line. It was the first foul. Well, they got Peyton Sanda first. No, it was the 3rd foul on Maddie Clements. So Collin gets 1 out of 2. She's got 6 points. So Lowry's got 3, and I was off. It's actually 4 team fouls on the Knights. Balboa. Salmoniego, by the way, came in for Clements, who's going to have to sit for a while. Coleman Harris, right of the lane. Valderrama, shot clock winding down. She's got a hoist. And I believe Marchout's going to be called for a foul here. So that's 2 now on Ozark. So they take away one of the personals, or one of the team fouls on the Knights. So it is 3 team fouls for the Knights, 2 for the Ambassadors, which is what I thought we were at. Coleman Harris, cut off, Valderrama top of the key. Spinning in the lane, patient, waits, but missed it short. Coleman Harris chases it down. Knights doing a nice job on the offensive glass here tonight, and Coleman Harris draws the third on Ozark. Knights had 5 offensive rebounds in the first half, or excuse me, 6. Ozark Christian had 5. Krishima, glad to be back with you. Our final game together. Knights will have one more home game at before the Christmas break. That will be on December 14th. So Coleman Harris on the board as she gets both free throws. Lead is 11 for Ozark Christian. Etzel near side with it. Here's Colin. Nice pass to Rice. Rice got cut off, though. Colin, shot clock in single digits. They got to get it off. They do. And Scott misses the 3. Valderrama into the forecourt. Balboa. Toss over to Samaniego. Dixon into Valderrama. Valderrama, a couple dribbles, banks it. So Sarah Valderrama, 5 points in the quarter. It's single digits again. Knights down by 9 after trailing by 15 at the half. Etzel top of the key. Nice tip pass out to Colin. And she answers with a big one. Emmy Collin now has 9 points. 12-point game again. Balboa, Valderrama. Samaniego to Coleman Harris. Hit a 3 in the first half. Not this time, though. Etzel pushing off the rebound. And throws a bad pass. She was looking for Nice in the corner. Maybe thought that Nice was going to cut. She did not. So 5:58 left to go here in quarter number 3. First of a doubleheader. The guys' game coming up at approximately 8 p.m. Valderrama hands it off to Dixon. Got cut off. Now Balboa top of the key. Samaniego at the half circle. Pass deflected out to Coleman Harris. Fakes the 3. Attacks. Extra pass from Dixon to Balboa, who's off on the 3. And Rice will box out and let that go out of bounds. Southwestern Adventist at 1-4. Ozark at 1-1. Ambassadors won Tuesday against Randall by 9. It's a 28-point victory for your Knights against Manhattan Christian on Tuesday. This is the final of this 6-game homestand for the Knights. They'll be on the road Monday at Mountain View. 6 of the next 8 will be on the road. They'll be at home on the 14th of December against Kansas Christian, as that's going to be a 2-pointer for Coleman Harris, her second field goal. So 1 home game in December, 1 home game in January, and then in February it will be similar to November with a lot more home games. Knights get another stop, trying to get it inside single digits again. Valderrama for 3. Yes! Her second triple here in this third quarter. She's got 8 points in the quarter, and it's a 7-point game. This is as close as the Knights have been since early on in that second quarter. They were outscored 22-6. Scott's open for 3, and another big answer for Ozark. Defensive rotations are coming way too slow for the Knights. Ambassador's getting a lot of wide open looks from behind the arc. Down low, Valderrama. The high pass from Colmenares was deflected, and Scott was looking for the steal but ran out of room. Samaniego to inbound. Balboa, 14 to shoot. Caitlin Quintero is in the game, and Balboa called for steps. So Quintero checks in. Balboa, Valderrama, Colmenares, Samaniego is the 5 right now. Ball fake by Collin. Now Floyd in the game. Her turnaround jumper is no good. And a fight for the rebound. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Ozark Christian. Ten-point game. Last year, Ozark won 81-54. Knights putting up more of a fight, and it looks like we might have a timeout here. 3:42 to go here in the third quarter. Ozark Christian 41, Southwestern Adventist 31. Knights trailing by 10. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Final broadcast until January. Knights have been hanging around. They've been within 7. They trailed by as many as 15 in the game. That was at halftime. But seen the improvement in this 6-game homestand. Valderrama forced that pass. Scott comes away with it. 2-on-1 as she gets it to Collin, who scores in the foul. So Emmy Collin is now in double figures. Etzel with 15. Collin's got 11 and a chance to make it 12 from the line. Team foul number 4 on Southwestern Adventist. And the second on Eunice Balboa. So Knights are going to play 6 of their next 8 on the road. Collin now with 12. 12.5 offensive rebounds per game for the Knights. Mentioned they had 6 at halftime, so right about at their average. Valderrama backing down. Tried to bank it. Knights are 11th in the NCAA in offensive rebounding. 3 teams in the NCAA average over 20 offensive rebounds a game. 3 of them. That's a lot of extra chance opportunities. I mean, typically at the small college level, you have a lot of lower shooting teams. But that's a lot of offensive rebounds for 3 teams to be averaging that. Collin to the bucket, somehow got it over Valderrama, who tips the rebound to herself. Samaniego to Valderrama, who scored 8 points here in the quarter. Chloe now going to work. She'll leave it for Quintero. Samaniego. Shot clock is at 7 now for the Knights. Valderrama out deep with it. with 4. She's got a hoist, and she didn't draw iron, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Nice defense there by Ozark Christian. I mentioned Kyle Wickland, who took over, I don't know how many years ago it was, because time is just, I want to say, let's see, I want to say this is his 5th or 6th season, maybe 6th. But this was a program that was really floundering, and then Ozark was selected as the host for the D2 men's and women's national championships. And I remember Chris Lamb saying to me that we got to get this women's team right because they were not winning. And at this level, the host school gets an automatic bid. So Ozark didn't want to take that automatic bid unless they could be competitive. So Kyle Wickland got the job after a terrific playing career for the Ambassadors. And I mean, it just flipped the switch. I think the first year they struggled a little bit, and then they were contenders after that. Quintero, with 4 to shoot, throws it up. Second consecutive possession, Knights have been up against the shot clock. But he was a real good player. Travis Gagao, also a really good player for the Knights. Both of these guys, I know Travis Gagao, I think he was over 1,500 points. I want to say Kyle Wickland is up around that total for his career as well. And a couple players that part of the culture, too, in the athletic department. That helps. So the Knights are over the limit with 53.9, and the first free throw is swished through by Kendall Scott. Even when the Ambassadors, they lost a couple players because, these kids are transferring at this level now like, there's a transfer portal. So there's a lot of that going on. As Scott got them both, so Scott now is 7. Just like that, Ozark matching its biggest lead. But even though that Ozark Christian lost a couple of very key players, they're still in the mix. Arlington's always, and Champion, they're always top of the class. What a bucket there. Contested shot by Brooke Nice. She's got 8 points. And Ozark Christian, no, that's going to be a 3, so it's 9 points for Nice. Ozark Christian has pushed the lead out to 18 points. Knights got it within 7 here in this third quarter. They trailed at 15 at the half. And now it's 18 with Colmenares going to the free throw line with 5.9 seconds to go. So nice rebound to this third quarter for the Ambassadors. Colmenares with 6 now. Almost forgot about Randall. They're having a good start to their year. Etzel at the buzzer, no good. Ozark Christian 49, Southwestern Adventist 33. 10 more minutes to go in this one, and we'll be back with those 10 minutes here in just a moment. Start of the fourth quarter. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Final 10 minutes. Ozark Christian looking for win number 2 on the young season. They've played just 2 games before tonight. 1 exhibition as well in there. Maddie Clement's back in. So's Daria Lowry. They have 3 fouls apiece. But at this point, if you're Travis Gagao, you've got 10 minutes and a 16-point deficit. You got to roll with every chip on the table. Etzel throws it right side. Here's Collin for 3. Got it to go, and this one's starting to get away. Emmy Collin now with 15 points. Etzel had 15 at the half, hasn't scored since then. But Ozark takes its biggest lead now out to 19 points. If you're just joining us, they led by 15 at halftime. Sarah Valderrama scored 8 points in the third quarter. Knights briefly got it down to a 7-point game, as Valderrama now with a dozen after that bucket. But as you can see, Ozark able to push that right back out. Here's Etzel from downtown. Too strong. And it'll go out of bounds to the Knights. So first of a doubleheader, guys, game coming up later on tonight. Eunice Balboa walks it up. Valderrama, not really much doing. Daria Lowry contested shot, might have been blocked. Coming up with it, though, was Scott. There's Collin to the free throw line, jumper in and out. Maddie Clements right to the hoop, can't score. Stripped on the putback attempt. And that's going to be a little bunny there, converted by Clarissa Rice. She's got 6 points. Etzel and Collin with 15 to lead Ozark, 15 points apiece. I mentioned Valderrama in double figures with 12. Coleman Harris, Daria Lowry has 6 points each. Maddie Clements with 4. Those are your leaders for your Knights. Maddie Clements inbound. Balboa, quick trigger, no good. Dixon's there. Dixon's putback is no good, and she got it again. Valderrama, Dixon, step back, no good. Clements, another offensive rebound. And then an offensive foul, I believe, is going to be a call here. So 7:20 left to go here in this one, and the Knights come up empty yet again. Collin over to Scott. Pass off the mark, looking for Marchout. Marchout recovers. Collin now back to her for 3. It's on target. It was short, though. Niatame Funa into the game, got the rebound. Dixon brings it across midcourt. Clements right wing with it. And a illegal screen as Scott went skidding across the court. So Knights' first road game coming up on Monday against Mountain View College. I mentioned because of the soccer tournament that the home game that the Knights were supposed to play against Mountain View was postponed. So we might have one extra home game for the ladies at some point the rest of the year. I haven't gotten any feedback on that from the athletic department, but it is listed as a postponement on the schedule, so I'm sure they're going to try to make that up. Balboa into the forecourt off the turnover. Daria Lowry, top of the key. Had it poked away. Nice defense there by Nice. $18 to shoot. Balboa from downtown. Tried to bank it, couldn't. Another offensive rebound for Clements, who takes it to the hoop. Oh, and Maddie Clements these last two games, she's played very well. 6 points here tonight. Ozark off on the three. Lowry the rebound. Daria attacks. Daria, are they going to count it? Yes. I believe that'll be an and one. It will be for Daria Lowry, who's got 8 points here tonight. Nope, they didn't count it, so my apologies. So instead of 8, she's got 7. She can make it 8 with this free throw, though. I think the officials are confused, so they did count it. Here I am feeling like the dumb guy, and it wasn't. So, all right, so Lowry does have 8 points, and it's a 14-point game. Are we all together now? That went through the hand to march out. Steal by Balboa. Balboa to the hoop. And the Knights not going quietly here. It's a 12-point game, down from 19. Nice is going to be called for steps. Boy, if Southwestern Adventist cuts it to single digits with a 3 or even maybe a bucket to make it a 10-point game, we might see a timeout for Ozark here at the midway point of this final quarter. Knights cut it to within 7 in the third quarter. Valderrama up top. Clements cut off. Balboa now. Balboa floats it up, no. Balboa follows her miss. Eunice again, too strong off the glass, and Floyd collects the rebound. Nice pass outlet to Collin. Etzel swings it out. Scott stripped. That was Dixon. Now Lowry comes away with it. Ambassador's back on defense. Daria Lowry needs some help. Somebody's got to come help her. Luckily for the Knights, it was trickled over to Dixon. Balboa with 4:10 to go. Clements. Eunice for 3. Short. Offensive rebound, Dixon. Back out to Balboa. Maddie Clements ball fake, attacks, throws it up, no. Nice box out there by Collin. Throws it ahead to Nice. She attacks, she's fouled by Lowry. That's going to be 4 on Daria Lowry. That's going to be 4 on the Knights as well, with 3:46 left to go in the game. Rice comes back into the game. And that's going to be put up. Collin off the back door. So she takes over the team lead now with 17 points. And Ozark back up 14. So Daria Lowry's day is done. I thought that was her 4th foul. It was her 5th. And Coleman Harris is in. Dixon, the 1-footer. Layla Dixon has 4 points. Scott on the wing. That'll be a kick ball with 3:05 on the clock. Floyd goes out. Marchoud is back in. Three in and out. Box out by Dixon. Colmenares to Balboa for 3. Nope. And Marchoud has another rebound, then she's going to lose it out of bounds. Slippery hands today for Marchoud, and the Knights with 2:44. Ambassadors still in control, but it's not over yet. Knights need a couple of quick buckets, though. Maddie Clements, Valderrama. Backing down on Rice. Valderrama was stripped but fouled by Rice. Valderrama goes glass and scores. What a second half for Sarah Valderrama. She's got 12 points in the second half, 14 in the game. And the lead is 10 again for Ozark Christian. Marchoud, the reverse. Oh, went halfway down, came back out. Colmenares inside 2 minutes to go in a 10-point game. Colmenares on the give and go is blocked, but is it a foul or a tie up here? They're going to get the foul call, and that will be 3 on Ozark. Clements to inbound it. And that was blocked by Etzel, I believe. Foul called on Clements, and bonus time for Ozark Christian now. So Emmy Collin, what a second half for her. She's up to 17 points in the game. She's stuck on 17 after the first miss. So 1 out of 2, 18 in the game. Lead is 11 with 1:49 and counting. Nice job breaking the press there for the Knights. Maddie Clements floater no good. Ball punched out. Valderrama gets it. Clements top of the key. Colmenares fakes the 3. She attacks, blocked, and it'll stay with the Knights. Colmenares got fouled by Marchoud. That'll be 4 on Ozark Christian. It looks like Marchoud might have gotten the worst of it. Do we have a timeout? What is happening? I think we have a timeout. So 1:32 left to go. We'll step aside as well. Minute 32 left to go, an 11-point game. Chris Sheeman with you again, and Knights getting a lot of extra chance opportunities here in this game. Ambassadors making them work the clock here in this possession, though. Valderrama hoists off the back rim. Another offensive rebound comes to Dixon. Dixon went to the ground, got it to Clements, and players are all over the floor. Finally, they blow a whistle. I think the foul's going to be on the Knights. Maddie Clements was on the floor, or is it on Ozark? Looks like it's on Ozark, so Maddie Clements going to go to the free throw line here. She can make it single digits. Likely we'll see the, we're going to see a lot of free throws, I think. Clements with 7 points here tonight now. Because if you're Southwestern of Venice, you got to play the foul game with a minute 10 left to go. And now a 9-point game, so 3-possession game. See if they can force a quick turnover. If not, they'll likely foul. Going to be deflected out of bounds. Daria Lowry's already fouled out of this game. Maddie Clements has 3 fouls as well, I believe. Oh, just running out of room there. Coleman Harris tiptoeing, but she was out of bounds. Etzel out deep now. Well, Knight's going to play this possession out, it looks like. Your Ozark clocks your friend with 50 seconds. Nice cutoff. So they work the clock. Oh, offensive rebound comes to Rice. That is not what you want. Bucket no good though, so still life here for the Knights. They got to go quickly. Valderrama trouble getting it across the court. Boy, this is just, you got to go quicker than this. Way too slow. It's going to be a 10-second violation. Why not? I don't know how many Knights or timeouts are left, but I got to think they have at least one in their pocket they could have used there. Are they not going to foul here? It looks like they're going to wave the flag. So Ozark Christian's going to dribble it out, and they're going to hang on here to win it 57-48 against Southwestern Adventist. Ambassadors go to 2-1. Even their record on the road at 1-1. Knights fall to 1-5. As I mentioned, they're on the road for the first time this season on Monday against Mountain View College. Next home game on the 14th will be here on YouTube against Kansas Christian. So Knights fall today to 1-5, losing 57-48. We'll be back with game number 2, Ozark and Southwestern Adventist guys game coming up in about 20